have a rigid 3000 psi 2.6 gallon pressure washer with a Subaru engine. It's a pretty nice little unit. The problem is this, it's not making pressure. So with these, all pressure washer pumps more or less work the same way. They build pressure and then they have these little valves that kind of help relieve it so it doesn't blow itself up. That's this right here. It's called the unloader valve. Over time, they get too hot and they damage themselves because, contrary to popular belief, when you just run a pressure washer with not actually using any output, it will start to get hot. If you measured the temperature of this, if you left it idling for a couple minutes, it'd be pretty warm. That damages this over time. You could try to fix it, but you're just asking for problems. Don't even bother. You could replace this valve. That valve is anywhere between $30 and $60 depending on where you can find it. So this is what I'm going to do. This style is nice because it has a copper head. You could replace the whole head. That's also expensive. So, and some of the kits you buy don't have this valve, so what's the point? The head's probably not bad on this. I just tried it. It doesn't leak. It's not cracked anywhere. Everything seems to be fine. It just does not build pressure. So, unloader valve is a likely culprit, especially in this style of pump. What I'm going to do is we're going to take it off. There's 4 screws, 2 on this side, 2 on the opposite side. We're going to take it off and we are going to measure the diameter of the crankshaft and we're going to see what type of pump we're going to replace it with, because to be honest, unless you're doing, you know, the big 4 gallon per minute, 4,000 psi pumps, these just are cheap. Just buy a $60, $65 new pump, install it. You'll have a pretty good life on it and you'll never have to really worry about this happening as long as you maintain it. So let's go ahead and take this off. It's a hex bolt, so I'm going to take that off, and then once I do that, I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so all 4 of these are taken out. With any luck, it won't be seized on there. Okay, good. Or maybe not. Come on. There we go. Oh, this is a long one. Okay. So, this, from the looks of it, is 3/4. Let me turn the crank real quick so you can see something. There we go. And here's a key. That key coincides with a key mark in there. What this does is, this little area has these little plungers that while this rotates, each plunger gets pressed down. That then correlates over the bottom section. Inside of here, there's these little like check valves in a way, and then there's also some in the top, but it all has to build through here. This is kind of releases the pressure, so it just kind of circulates. This is the problem. This one piece alone is going to cause this to be scrapped. The good thing is this is copper, and if you recycle, that's expensive. This is also a thermal release valve. If it gets too hot, it's supposed to shoot the pressure out there, and it just generally doesn't work, though, in my opinion. I never actually saw one prevent this. Whether it's supposed to, I'm not really sure, but that's what it's supposed to do. Anyway, so let's get out our measure utensil. Okay. So this is set to inches. We don't want to measure the key, obviously. We moved it a little bit when we took it off. Okay, so we are, sitting at 3/4. Let's see, let me bring it over here. 0.75. If you were to change it to a fraction, 3/4. I don't know if you can see that, it's pretty dusty in the zoom. Sometimes it doesn't like it, but 3/4 inch shaft. When you look for these, there's a common 3/4 inch shaft. There is also a 7/8. There's 3/4 short, 7/8 short. Those are harder to really find because they're just a little bit more expensive. They're generally used for only a couple brands I know. I know Excel uses them. But this is actually a very generic one, which is good. That means they're cheap and easy to find. 3/4 long shaft, and it just bolts up to everything. It's universal. We just want to make sure that it will physically fit in this location. So if you want to make sure when you look at the picture of it that the hoses are coming out this direction, you always want to have the hoses go in and out opposite end of the exhaust. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get one ordered. They're usually about 65 bucks, and it'll probably be here in a couple days, and I will update you with a new addition. Okay, well, I want to do a quick little video on how to diagnose a pump. Long and the short of it is, if it's a style, don't. Just replace it. It's cheaper, it's better. If it's a newer style, which they still can go bad, but the unloader valves are a lot cheaper to find, and a lot cheaper to replace. You can even repair them a lot easier too. But anyway, I will see everyone later. Definitely subscribe and keep on watching. Have a good night.